Hello everyone, and welcome back to coverage of Grand Prix São Paulo for the MSEM format. I'm Caillou, and today we're going to be watching the round 4 match between Elmikkino and Pinecone. They're both playing black-red aggressive decks, but with slightly different bents. Elmikkino is playing Estonian Roulette, which is a variation on the existing Russian Roulette deck, which is a Jund aggro deck which aims to dump its hand super quickly to make maximum value out of Omberdu Goliath. This deck is slightly different. It still has some of the elements like Silent Wanderer plus Martial Maestro, but its real headliner combo is Advocate of the Hunt plus Reckless Festivities to potentially just dome your opponent out of nowhere on turn 3 for a pseudo combo finish. Pinecone is playing a lot more straightforward of a list. They're playing Burn. So right now, we're seeing Martial Maestro and Silent Wanderer opener, and then Pinecone with the Banished Companion. I think the problem is lots of burn tools get worse in the mirror. Like Banished Companion deals damage to yourself. Both these players are running Reckless Festivities, which also deals damage to yourself. Elmikkino is going to Scorch the Banished Companion. I don't know. I think the idea is like since you don't have that much other burn, you just clear up the board and then go for broke. So he's going to swing for 3 right here. Next turn is going to be able to drop Advocate of the Hunt. Doesn't have any ways to trigger it though, but I think that they can find Pain lands off of the Magmatic Torrent, which can consistently trigger the life loss into gain power of the Advocate of the Hunt. Meanwhile, Pinecone can play a more defensive game. They have like 5 burn spells, so you could very easily go Basat Charm. Yep. Okay, he's playing 1 Basat Charm to kill the Martial Maestro. I guess they're playing the tap. I guess they don't mind taking the 1 from the Silent Wanderer for now, and then going into next turn, they can just kind of kill all of Elmikkino's threats. And Elmikkino only has 1 more actual threat in hand, so next turn Pinecone can go Orchestrate Storm Surge, Basat Charm, kill both of your threats. I have Double Scorch, and I can start playing. I can actually start playing the control, or let you be the beatdown, and I'll play the control, and then I have the card advantage, so I can just win out in this scenario. So Advocate coming down, Silent Wanderer just going to swing in for 1 because Elmikkino did not play the Shardstone Rift untapped post Advocate of the Hunt, and Banished Companion actually gives Pinecone a threat to boot, along with the killed spells on the Advocate plus Silent Wanderer. So Pinecone in solid control of this game right now. Yeah, I think that you probably just Storm Surge, Basat Charm, Banished Companion. He's going to play the Banished Companion first. Probably just looking to see if Elmikkino blocks the Banished Companion, because then you don't have to waste a burn spell. But Elmikkino's just going to take the 2. And the main 2, I think because you have all of the cards, there's no reason not to just or I guess the reason is to hit Elmikkino's face. Okay, so it's going to Basat Charm, Storm Surge. Yeah, actually with the 4 burn spells, you technically have lethal next turn if you get either if like Elmikkino doesn't keep up a blocker, or if you just draw into a 3rd burn spell. So actually, yeah, never mind. You don't have to play the control once you get the Banished Companion, because the Banished Companion gives you an extra 4 damage. So you don't need to draw to an out. Okay, what is Elmikkino going to try and fetch up? Doesn't want to draw a 5th land in their aggressive deck. And Omberdu Goliath is a pretty good draw. It's an unkillable blocker for Banished Companion that allows Elmikkino... So because now Elmikkino can play Shardstone Rift. Oh, but I guess the problem is Elmikkino has to contend with, if they want to buff up their Silent Wanderer with Advocate of the Hunt, they will have to put themselves in double bolt range. So, and actually if they want to play the Omberdu Goliath at all, they have to put themselves in bolt range. Okay, so the game is lost. Elmikkino can buff these up to 4/4s and hit Pinecone from 8 and put them to 3 life, but can't kill them, and then Pinecone untaps and double scorches for the game. Oh wait, no. Triple Precipice. It doesn't give haste. Okay, so Triple Precipice actually, is that lethal? No, it's 5. Yeah, it's 10. So it's 10. So Pinecone goes to 1 life. If they'd actually paid for the hostile dunes earlier, they would have died. Oh wait, no, it is lethal because Advocate of the Hunt deals 1st strike damage and then buffs the Silent Wanderer. Oh my god, Elmikkino pulling it. Like, I completely forgot that Advocate of the Hunt, because of its 1st strike, buffs normal strike creatures. So gets exactly lethal from, like, 11 life is a pretty fine threshold. But, yeah, I think like Advocate of the Hunt gets really insane when you can just stack those pain land triggers one after another. So Elmikkino takes game one in uh, kind of the nick of time, right before High Has Pinecone could untap and kill them. And we're going straight into game two. Both of these players, I think, have like some tools to mitigate the aggro matchup. I know that Burn has Soul Release, which is 1 and a black for a Drain 3 and Scry 1. And Elmikkino does have the Profane Emissary, as we see here, which tutors up Polypools that we saw last game, and so turns it into a 4/4 lifelinker. Another great tool to mitigate the aggro matchup. So Pinecone has really set themselves up for success here. He's gonna keep 5. You probably just bottom because this is still a good curve. You go turn 1 Bogborn Charger, turn 2 Profane Emissary if they don't play a creature and then you don't haste it out with Bogborn because then you want to get the turn 3 Polypools, and then you just win the matchup unless they have a removal spell. If they have a removal spell, that's a 1 less burn spell they're pointing at your face, so it's still gaining you life anyways. So yep, Bogborn Charger going to come down. Turn 2, Pinecone's going to play the Rikiri Dissident. And because Elmikkino has already hurt themselves off the fetch, the race is on. Elmikkino's thinking of whether to trade. I think you would justify trading here, especially if you're going to find a Profane Emissary, but then the problem is, again, IHAS Pinecone does have the card advantage because Elmikkino multi 5. So if they just kill your Profane Emissary, things get difficult. Elmikkino looks like brought in the Duresses. They could Duress first before playing the Profane Emissary, but unfortunately Pinecone does have 2 bolts. Though actually, no, Basat Charm doesn't actually kill a creature. So Elmikkino can grab the Storm Surge and then next turn play the Profane Emissary safely without having to worry about it being killed. That's actually big money. They will lose a bit of life in the interim because the Rikiri Dissident gets to swing in twice, and also letting Pinecone keep Reckless Festivities is a bit loose, because Reckless Festivities is like the hallmark card of the burn deck, and they can gas up to 10 more cards. And actually, yeah, I think it's better to take Festivities. I was discounting it because I was only thinking of removal options for Profane Emissary, but then Reckless Festivities, even if you take Storm Surge, they just untap, draw like 12 cards off Reckless Festivities, and then one of those is definitely going to be a removal spell for Profane Emissary. And they just kill you because they have an overwhelming amount of burn. Oh, but is going to take the Storm Surge, gambling on Pinecone not playing the Festivities next turn, which makes sense if Pinecone has cards that they already want to run out in hand. They might think of just like playing those first, especially if they're creatures, because you want to get your creatures down. And so he's going to play Banished Companion into Rikiri Dissident. So yeah, just looking to put on the aggro beating. Now Elmikkino is just going to tap for the Profane Emissary. And this is the life gain swing they need. Now the onus is on Pinecone, but the thing is Pinecone can just untap Reckless Festivities, and if they draw a land plus a Scorch, they can just... Oh, well, they already have a land. So now you can just play the land, Reckless Festivities. If you hit any 1-mana removal spell, you kill the Profane Emissary, and then you carry yourself to victory. So I think that this is Pinecone's game right now. I mean, I said that last game as well, and we saw what happened. But I think more so than last game. Because without the life gain from Profane Emissary, Elmikkino cannot really stabilize. They don't have the board presence to make Advocate of the Hunt really useful already. Okay, so Pinecone's going to swing with Rikiri plus Banished Companion first. I think you actually want to swing with them, because if you potentially you don't want to take the 2 from Banished Companion after you Reckless. I also think this is a bad tap for Reckless, because you want to leave a red open, so you'd prefer to play the Swamp first, and then pay with the Mountain, Crumbling Precipice, Swamp. So I think that was a little bit of a mistake for Pinecone. If they don't hit a red land here, that could actually be problematic. So Elmikkino is just going to let Pinecone go. Pinecone is going to take 1 from Banished Companion, 3 from Reckless Festivities. You're going to keep digging. Suitor of the Sea, Unjust Sentence. And it looks like they're going to stop there. And again, because they tapped a red land, they won't be able to play the Suitor of the Sea right now to ping Elmikkino for 1. And that's important because if they could ping Elmikkino for 1 right now, they can guarantee lethal with double spike next turn. Like this turn, they can just play the Unjust Sentence for 3, at least for 3 damage. But now Elmikkino untaps, fetches a Polypool, swings for 4, puts themselves up to... okay, so yeah, they take 3, go to 4, put themselves up to 8 next turn. Pinecone swings for 4. Basat Charm Suitor. Actually, Basat Charm plus Banishment. Okay, so depending on it, I think like unless Elmikkino, yeah, I think Elmikkino does just lose this game too, because they, no wait, no, can never discount Advocate. Oh, Elmikkino grabbing the Crumbling Precipice, and I guess the reason is you play Advocate. No, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. This makes a lot of sense. So, you pay 2, play Advocate, then you swing for. You get to swing for 5, effectively with the. No, can you swing for 6? Is there any? I don't think there's a universe where Elmikkino can actually kill Pinecone this turn, right? You play Advocate of the Hunt. No, because you lose life. No, but you can't. Can you? Oh my God, you can. Elmikkino can kill because the Rikiri Dissident actually is going to enable Elmikkino to... Wait, no, but will Elmikkino just die if that happens? Oh no, so yeah, Elmikkino can't do that because they would just die. They can go to 1. They can go to 1 and then gain 5. But if they try to kill Pinecone by playing the second Advocate of the Hunt, they just lose. They're like 1 life off from actually being able to kill Pinecone here. And this is the problem with the Pain Lands. Like, you need them to enable the Advocate of the Hunts, but then... Oh, boy. Okay. So, yeah, we're swinging in for 5 with the Profane Emissary. And puts Pinecone to 1, but Pinecone's gonna win this game, too. And yeah, you, like... No, wait, Pinecone can't play anything! Pinecone's at 1 life, and because of their own Rikiri Dissident, they can't play any spells. Ah! Oh my God! Wait, no, Elmikkino wins! Because Pinecone can't play any of the juice. Oh my God. Oh my God, their own Rikiri Dissident came back to bite them. Oh, that's actually tragic. That's actually factually tragic. And in a nail-biter of a set, even though it's under 15 minutes, that was a crazy nail-biter of a set, Elmikkino takes a 2-0 over Pinecone. And these games were a difference of a single turn. A single turn would have flipped all of this. Jesus, I think this this GP I think has the most linear decks we've seen in a long time, especially because so many people are on Black Red Burn, and it's just giving me heart attacks from how quickly matches can like flop back and forth. And you know what? Yeah, I feel like I jinxed Pinecone there. I was like, yeah, it's totally Pinecone's game. Elmikkino can't do this. And then Elmikkino finding the line to save themselves. But yeah, and I think that puts Elmikkino at 3-1. So if they win their next round, that's a win and in for top X. So until then, this is going to be Caillou signing off.